You're listening to a podcast, the Eli Castro Show. I am Eli Castro.
Emeline Ramos.
Jose Rodriguez.
Now, Jose, you've had a tough couple of days.
Yes, I have.
And you've been suffering from the GERD.
Yes.
Well, what is the GERD?
It's a gastroesophageal reflux disease.
What is that?
It's basically a heartburn to the 10th power.
Okay, that there's no way that they teach you that in medical school. So let me.
Well, I didn't go to medical school.
Let me ask the doctor. Doctor, what is what he just said?
So reflux is GERD, is when your stomach produces excess acid. That acid irritates your stomach, right? Sometimes that acid travels up into the esophagus and can then cause like chest pain, causes anxiety.
And changueria.
Basically.
Well, I mean, so what is it? It's just discomfort?
The first time...
Like you burp a lot?
The first time I got put in the hospital because I thought it was a heart attack.
Ay, bendito.
It is.
Mío,
If you wake up in the middle of the night with chest pain that you've never felt before and it's excruciating chest pain, what's your first thought? You're like, this is it.
I'm dying.
No, my first thought is que yo comí.
Pues, there you go. And GERD is affected by what you eat.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, pero está bien. But then I get up, I walk it off.
But some people produce excess acid. And then if you eat, like let's just say you eat late at night, y te acuesta, that acid's going to travel up and it's going to cause excruciating pain.
So why do you produce excess acid, Jose?
I don't know. You gotta have to put a little camera in my stomach and jump in there and
Nobody wants to be inside your stomach.
I don't know. That's the $1 million question.
All right, so when you get GERD, besides getting all babyish and chango, what else happens?
You're pretty much out of commission that day.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
It's like a snow day? Like just you get to stay home?
Well, snow day, you'd be cool. You'd be like playing video games or hanging out at home. And in the GERD flare-up, I don't want to do anything.
Flare-up.
I just want to hide.
Now it's a GERD flare-up.
That's what I call it, a GERD flare-up.
So you say that, and I have images of like a volcano erupting.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
stop.
what it feels
Would
like.
you stop?
Hey, I'm serious.
Okay,
Hot
you know
lava.
what? Okay, hot lava. Okay, so why don't we do this? Okay, because I'm a bit incredulous as to this whole GERD thing. So, because I've never seen. Have you seen commercials for GERD? Because you make it seem like athlete's foot of the stomach. That's what it is. That's what you make it sound like. And I've seen commercial for athlete's foot.
Right.
Okay. Why don't you give me a commercial for GERD so that I understand as a viewer what it is, so that if I know somebody like you who suffers it, I can relate and understand and maybe try and be a little compassionate. How about that?
Okay.
All right, let me hear it.
Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with severe chest pain, thinking to yourself, I think this is it. I'm going to go. I'm going. I can't take it anymore. Run to the bathroom because you think you're going to pass out. You look at your hands and they're sweating. Well, fret no more. Come see us and we'll give you some Acifex for your GERD problems.
Yeah. Now,
by the way, Acifex was the first medicine.
Yeah, I was
they
like,
put me
that's a
on.
legit medicine that he's taking.
It is. And then now I'm on another one called, you can't pronounce any of them, pantoprazole.
Pantoprazole.
You know why? Because son embuste.
Those are the Zols. Pantoprazole, omeprazole.
Correct. Pantoprazole is, I guess, the highest one of all of them, milligram-wise.
How about porqueriazole?
Or sanganosol.
Sanganosol, they don't want to give you that because that'll cure it.
Cure it completely.
Eso te lo quita.
Yep.
So if you know my story, you know that I have been previously married a couple of times. Okay?
Yes.
Once or twice.
Maybe twice.
Okay, that's, besides the point. So my first wife, that just saying it sounds like una novela. My first wife contacted me last year because she wants to get our marriage annulled.
My mom went through an annulment.
Your mom did?
Yes.
Okay.
When I was 14.
She was married to your dad?
Yep.
By the Catholic Church.
Correct.
And then she went for the annulment?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she is very devout Catholic, and she believed that since they got divorced, it needed to be through the Catholic Church too.
It was not enough that it went through the courts?
Nope. Not for her.
Why?
Because she wanted God to absorb the marriage too.
So God didn't go into the courtroom.
Correct. Since he wasn't there that day at all, she's
God
like,
was in
well,
church.
I need to send these paperwork to
She
God.
went into the court system, and God was like, I'm not going in there.
I'm not going.
Separation of church and state. All right, so then what happened with that?
So she sent my dad papers because he lived in the Dominican Republic at the time, which is a huge questionnaire. I don't remember, but it was 100 and something questions from what I recall.
100 and something questions of who?
Of their marriage.
But who are they asking these questions?
My
To
dad.
your mom?
My dad got asked that.
Okay.
She got interviewed by.
She got asked 3 questions.
No, she got interviewed for like hours by the priest who is on her side. So you're kind of like going to court against you. The court doesn't want you divorced, so you have to plead your case as to why you're going to get divorced through the court.
The church doesn't want you
The church doesn't want you getting divorced.
Correct.
So you're having to fight the church and your spouse.
Correct.
Ay, Dios
Yep.
mío. Okay.
Well, no, the spouse is for it as long as they don't have to pay. I'm sure they're for it. They don't care, but they don't want to have to fill out too much paperwork, I guess.
Right.
And then they did 2 witnesses plus the kids. They interviewed them
Really?
as to
Wait a minute. What do you mean 2 witnesses?
She had to put 2 witnesses. One was my aunt, and the other one was my grandmother. They have to talk about the marriage too, what they knew of the marriage and the dating process. I mean, it goes into detail.
Wow. So how long did that process take for you?
Her first one got denied.
Wow.
She went through that whole thing and it got denied?
Lost the case. Yep, the church said no.
Did they say why?
Yeah, they
Why?
told her that it wasn't a truthful marriage in the eyes of God.
What would make it a not truthful marriage in the eyes of God?
If the woman was like beaten, I mean, it could be either.
Like
if
abuse?
Anyone had abuse, physical, psychological. My mom's, what they turned into was that there was no love on one side. Like they had married when they came from Cuba, and
Wait a minute. That was what she went. That was her second attempt.
No, that was her first attempt. It was just one.
But they denied that
because of one of the witnesses.
Whoa, who ruined it?
My grandfather.
Metió la pata.
Her dad, to top it off.
Metió la pata. What did he say? No, they loved each other.
I don't know because it's all private. You don't know. You don't know what it
But
said.
then how do you know he messed it up? Because he confessed?
Because they do tell you what happened or how
they came there to their decision.
how they came up to the decision.
So they said what? Based on what your father said, he said you're both in love.
On your witness, this marriage cannot be annulled.
So did you guys find out from your grandfather? ¿Qué dijiste?
No. Are you kidding? My mom wasn't going to question him.
Why?
Because she wouldn't. She
Okay.
just got a different witness.
Oh, I see. That's
She was
awesome.
like, next time around, I'm not using grandpa.
Got a different witness.
So he got fired.
He got fired,
Okay.
and they picked up my aunt.
Okay, we don't need you for this one,
we're gonna
but
try it again.
thank you. So hold on. This is where it gets really tricky, right? So she tries it again. This time, she basically gets the witnesses together and says, "This is what you're gonna say," which, by the way, is not allowed. in the
No,
legal- in
they
the justice system.
interviewed the witnesses without her at all.
Está bien, pero antes de eso, you have a meeting.
I don't think
I'm
she
sure.
had a meeting.
Oh, please! Your mother got together and said, "Mira,
Un cafecito y vamos a hablar.
pay attention. What's your aunt's name?"
That Doris.
Doris was a new witness, right?
Yes.
Okay, Doris. This is the way it went. Doris,
Dime.
mira, I brought you here, okay? Not for el cafecito, okay?
¿Y el flan?
No, olvídate del flan. Listen,
Ah, no, pues yo me voy.
no te vayas. Not before I tell you this.
Okay.
You're gonna have un sacerdote asking you a lot of questions.
¿Qué
okay?
pasó?
Don't worry about it. All I need you to do is think about me, okay? Y no el marido mío ese feo que yo dejé, okay?
Ay, ese marido tuyo.
I know, that's why I picked you, okay? I need you to remember ese anger. I need you to take that into the room with you,
You
okay?
ain't gotta tell me.
You know there was no love, right?
None.
You know that I didn't belong with him, right?
Oh, he loved, but not you.
Thank you, okay? He loved everything else, okay?
Everything
Now,
else but you.
you remember
everything that had a falda but you.
thank you. Okay,
Ay,
save
Dios mío.
it. Save it for the interview, okay? You're
Okay.
wasting it. Now, you know, right? You know all the times I cry, ¿verdad?
Oh my goodness.
Y eso era un abuso emocional, okay?
Malicia.
Espiritual,
Malicia.
okay? I need you to say that. I need you to bring that with you.
I got it.
¿Viste? And that's probably why it worked.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's how it went down.
don't tell me your mother just crossed her fingers and hoped that your aunt said
Nope,
the right
not
thing.
the second time around. She's like, what?
She knew better.
I'll fix it.
So here's my question though: was it the same priest doing the investigating?
Yes.
All I'm saying is, if the same people were there that were there for the first one, I would have raised my hand and been like, okay, aren't these the same people that the
Isn't this the same Blanca Rodriguez we
that I denied? Why is she back? I mean, no, seriously, that's like if I went to confess at the church and the guy gave me 20 Our Fathers and I was like, you know what? I think that's kind of harsh. And then I just went in the other booth and went, hey, Father Mike, so listen, this is what I did. And he gives me 10 Our Fathers and I go, that's much better.
Right. No, to the same father though you went.
See, that's even
Yeah, you had to go to the same priest.
That's even worse. I say I just go to the back of the line and I'm just like, I'm gonna go again. I forgot to tell him a couple of things. You know what I mean?
And tell him the same thing.
No. Tell him the same thing, but just leave out a couple of details.
Right.
And then he gives you a less harsh sentence, and you go, "Viste
qué fácil."
Qué fácil." It only took 2 turns.
Exactly.
So how long did that whole thing take from the
first one
attempt?
Got denied after a year and something.
That's ridiculous.
The process.
Okay.
And then her final annulment, when it was all said and done, was 3 years.
It took 3 years.
The second attempt took 3 years, or the total of the first and second?
Total amount of everything was 3 years.
How much did she have to pay?
That I don't remember.
See, but that's my question, right? Because at some point you're like, how about if I just donate something to your? How about if I help you buy a roof? Are you gonna still deny me the annulment? They'll be like, oh, guess what? I see no love here. So I got this questionnaire regarding the annulment.
So who sends it to you? The church, or did your ex send it to you?
No, the church.
Okay.
No, this is official,
Direct,
bro. This is official. This is from Diocese of Pensacola, Tallahassee, addressed to me. And it says, we are enclosing a deposition of respondent and ask that you please complete this form and return it to this tribunal April 13. Tribunal, okay? It's really a rectory, isn't it? So then you turn the page and the questionnaire begins. They break it down into 5 categories. The first is autobiographical data.
Nice.
Now, here's the thing. They say this is an outline prepared to assist you in recalling significant details of your marriage. Please do not use this as a questionnaire, but answer an essay form. And then they tell me in bold and all caps, please give as much detail as possible.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't do this much work when I went to law school.
Right.
Okay. Now, when you start looking at some of these questions, you obviously want to yell, it's irrelevant.
Right.
It has nothing to do with your marriage.
Right. So it goes, the personality of your brothers/sisters and your relationship with them.
What does that have to do with your marriage?
Why does my relationship with one of my idiot brothers, okay?
Oh, there you go. Annulled after that statement right there.
Yeah.
Annulled.
Oh, this guy's abusive. This
Yep.
guy's abusive.
He just called his brother idiot. What do you think he called his wife?
Yeah.
You're done.
Right. Here's another one. Social activities and facility-informing friendships.
Can you explain that question to me?
Yeah. Medical history. How about this one? Unusual fears and obstacles in childhood or later.
Getting hit by Papi. Getting a cocotazo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll give you my
Getting
unusual fears. Yeah, I had an unusual fear of my father on a Saturday morning, okay? After having done nothing.
I don't see how you having that fear has anything to do with an annulment of your marriage.
Right, I just have a hard time going, therefore, what do you think?
Right.
Should our marriage be annulled? Because Papi used to give me correazos till I was 15.
Yeah.
History of dating. Now that makes a little bit of sense, right?
Now we're getting to the meat and potatoes.
But then it goes, evaluation of personal strengths and weaknesses.
Well, is this a job interview or is this to annul your marriage?
Am I applying to the church?
Yeah. Is
Now
this how you become a priest?
So that's just the autobiographical data. Then they flip the same questions and they call it biographical data of former spouse. So I got to answer all those questions about my first wife.
What?
This is somebody who I divorced 18 years ago, that I was married to her 19, 20 years ago. And I'm supposed to talk about evaluating her personal strengths and weaknesses 20 years ago?
Well, write what you know.
Huh?
Write what you know.
Well,
You're going to send back one sentence.
That's what he
I
wants
don't
to do.
remember.
yeah.
I don't remember.
So then it moves on to kind of things done together. You cannot get a more vague question than kind of things done together. We sat together, walked together,
Went bowling
talked
together.
I mean, this could go forever. Kind of things done together.
Wasn't she the girlfriend you couldn't go to the theater with?
No,
No?
that was the when I was 12. Y era pentecostal. She couldn't do anything. The wedding is the next category. 3 questions. Number 1, attitude and feelings on day of wedding, before, during, and after the ceremony. That's the first question.
Wow.
That's not the first question. That's actually that's like the first 6 questions. Number 2, assessment of honeymoon, success or failure. Oh, that's
So
it.
did you have?
Based on what are we grading it on? Success or like did we die?
Did you consummate the marriage?
Why don't they just ask that? Did you have sex during your honeymoon? That should be the question.
Yeah.
Then it'd be like, I think so. You know what I mean? From what I can remember 22 years ago, yeah.
Right.
But assessment of honeymoon, success for failure, I guess it was a success because our room didn't get flooded. We didn't kill each other. What? I don't, here's the third question.
See, there's an annulment statement right there.
What?
We didn't kill each other.
See?
They're annulling it after that.
This guy's really violent. Idiot and killing.
Is there a stamper that they use? Like a stamp is like annulled, denied.
Use of sex in marriage and sensitivity to one another's needs. Yeah, I'm gonna go into real specifics
Really
with you.
personal.
Dear Father Jose, our use of sex was quite healthy. We were very sensitive to each other's needs. In fact, we'd spend the first 20 minutes just asking each other if the other person was comfortable, and we would never proceed if neither of us was comfortable.
Denied.
Now, they did ask a very good question. Any use of counselors or other professional help? We did go to a marriage counselor during our marriage.
Wasn't that the counselor that told you guys it wasn't going to work?
That is the counselor who said, I don't see a basis for a marriage.
How long into the marriage did this happen?
A year.
You're
And
into it.
we marched out of there. We looked at each other and we said, let's prove him wrong. I'm not lying.
Oh, Dito.
I'm not lying, Father Jose. That's what we said. And we got in the car and we're like, what does he know? Apparently, he knew a lot because 4 years later, we sat in front of a judge and agreed that there was no basis for a marriage. So Emily and I are going on vacation. We're going to first Dubai.
Yes.
On our way to
South Africa.
South Africa. We're going to be going to Cape Town and Johannesburg. So the next podcast is actually going to be from South Africa.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And we try to do a trip every year. Last year we went to Paris, Spain, and
No, it wasn't me. You didn't go to Spain with me. That
Sorry.
was your ex.
Sorry,
Get
see.
it right.
See, talking about my past
Mira
relationships.
este.
Talking about my past relationships. Okay,
London,
Wow.
Paris,
That was
and
you,
Prague.
That was
Mira, wait till we get off of this. Wait till we get
Okay.
off of this. We're going to have a little conversation.
This is
So-
about to get annulled.
so with you, I went where?
Mira,
Wait.
London, Paris, and Prague.
Okay, so London, Paris, and Prague. Okay, so it was great.
Yes.
So this year we're gonna go to South Africa. We're looking forward to it. We have
Cabe uno en la maleta.
I don't know if you want to go on this trip because we don't just do regular trips. We're gonna go cage diving with sharks.
That's all me right there.
That was not my idea.
Not just sharks, great whites.
Are you serious? Oh,
Yeah.
you need to bring video of that. I want to go to the Great Barrier
well,
Reefs.
well, I'm sure they take pictures and video and you can buy it.
Right.
So we're doing that on the third day we're there. We're gonna do that.
We're going on safari.
So you're
And-
gonna go hunting?
No, we don't do that.
I don't know if they'd let us, would they?
I don't know. You said
There
you're
are
going on a
some-
safari.
there
Isn't
are
that when
some-
you go hunting in a safari?
No, you're just gonna go watch them in their natural habitat. There are those. That's gaming. What you're talking about.
Oh, so you guys are gonna be peeping toms.
We're just gonna. It's like being inside. You know when you go to a zoo,
Right.
there's no plexiglass. It's just us inside.
Gotcha.
Just that's it. I mean, I suppose we'll be in a jeep.
Keep your hands in the Jeep.
It'll be like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So gonna have weapons of some sort
No.
in case they.
Well, I would hope somebody's got to have.
Somebody's
one.
gotta have
at least
a
a
rifle
tour
there,
guide,
yeah.
just por si acaso.
What's la
Oh
moca?
my God! I didn't even realize that. I didn't even think about that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Please.
What if
Oh
a
my
lion all of a sudden is like, sí, mira sazón.
Ay, Dios mío.
You can sit next to the camera guy all you want. I'm gonna make sure I'm with the tranquilizer guy because if something happens, I'm gonna be right next to him going, no, move a little bit to your left, a little bit to your left.
Just ask him for a tranquilizer bullet, and if it gets real rough, just stab yourself with it. so you don't feel the thing.
Yeah, that's me. Although with my luck, I'd do it prematurely. They'd be like, "Oh, it was a false alarm." What happened to Ellie? Ellie, get up. Ellie, get up.
He's out.
Just have the dart sticking out of my leg. We're also gonna do a trip to see the penguins.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this. There are penguins in South Africa, and apparently they're in a beach,
Boulder Beach, I think it's called.
and you can just go. Mm-hmm. Like there's no restrictions.
You can hang out with the penguins.
You can just pick them up, I guess, right?
No touching the penguins.
Is there gonna be signs though?
Is there going to be a big sign?
I'm sure there are going to be
Oh
signs.
my God! Or are you gonna elect yourself as the guardian of the penguins, and you're gonna be yelling at me the whole time? Don't get close. You're getting too close. Don't touch them.
So these are heat penguins?
Well, no, bro. They're winter cold
Well, I'm just saying.
penguins.
What kind of penguins
And
are
we're gonna
these?
see them before they die.
Are they going to have like big feathers? Because how are they not going to be sweating?
I don't know, bro. Can I go there and I'll tell you?
We'll let you know
Are
when
they-
we come back.
What did you? Are they heat penguins? Oh,
I don't think they're penguins.
Oh, now they're not penguins.
No, they're just going to paint. There's some birds that they paint like to look like penguins.
Right. Okay. Because you all of a sudden you're
People
the
come
expert.
from all over the world to come see these penguins.
Right. Because you're the expert now,
No, I'm just saying.
Mr. Animal Planet.
You'll
right?
tell me when you get
Right.
there.
Yeah,
Well, that would be
that-
like you're telling me you're going to the North Pole and you're going to go see a lion.
Hey, if you told me that you were gonna see one, I'd be like, wow, cool, okay. I don't know anything. Bring me
Right.
back some pictures. You're like, no way. They were painted. It's really a chicken.
It's the haterade
That they
in me.
stripped it.
It's the haterade in me. It's like, no way.
I'm looking forward to this tour we're taking on a sidecar. So we rented 2 motorcycles, and the motorcycles come with a little sidecar. Like you used to see like in World
Wow.
War II.
Yeah.
So we're gonna ride each of us in a sidecar, and they're gonna take us down the peninsula of South Africa, and we're gonna see all these sites,
The beaches.
and vineyards, and drink wine, and we're gonna be on this little sidecar. So I can't wait for that because I've never ridden in a sidecar.
And
They
is
give
it-
us a hat and
Little hat,
goggles
little
and a
goggles.
jacket. It's going to be so much fun.
And is it just the 2 of you, or is it like a bunch of people?
No, it's
in
me and a
sidecars?
penguin. It's just me and
The penguin's driving.
that chicken painted in black
Just
and
make
white.
sure that the guy driving the motorcycle has a tranquilizer gun too.
Don't worry about it. I'm still gonna be carrying around that tranquilizer in my pocket. But here's the thing that I learned. Obviously, once we decided, right, once it was too late to change our minds, is you have to get a lot of vaccines when you
Yeah.
go to a place like South Africa. I didn't know that. I just thought, okay, you book your flight and you book your hotel, you're done. And then la doctora here.
First thing
right,
I did was go on the CDC website
I didn't even know that was a website.
and look up the
What-
vaccines that we needed.
What's the CDC
Thank
website?
you. Vete, I'm not the only idiot. Dale, what is it?
The Center for Disease Control.
Vete.
So I went on the CDC website and I looked up South Africa, and then it tells you what vaccines they recommend. Just like if you were going to Asia or to any other part of the world.
Whatever. Not Puerto Rico.
No.
Okay? No vaccines needed.
So when I told Eli that he needed lots of vaccines, he was not happy.
Lots. Now, can you just say what lots are, though?
You needed like 6 vaccines.
6,
What?
bro. 6.
Six shots.
6.
Yeah.
6. Tell them what they were.
He needed typhoid,
I don't
yellow
even know
fever.
What is that? What is that?
Typhoid sounds like a hurricane,
Exactly.
like a
That's
typhoon.
That's above category 5.
Yes.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Typhoid.
Yes, exactly.
He needed his tetanus shot.
Like I didn't even
Why
step on a
didn't you
nail.
have a tetanus shot?
I didn't even step on a nail.
Eli
You
doesn't go
understand?
to doctors.
What do you mean? Why didn't I get my tetanus shot? What is it? This
You
something you
don't
do
have one?
every year, like a flu shot?
Yeah,
Every 10
you
years.
should have it updated.
No, man. Tetanus. ¿Qué eso, bro? I stay away from rusty nails. Dale. What else?
Hepatitis B and hepatitis A.
Hep A, Hep B. Okay.
And those have multiple. It's not just
Boom.
one.
Not just one. But I had to come back for more.
Wow.
Not only that, but let me tell you something. The cost of these vaccines are as much as a plane ticket.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. They couldn't just put them all into one syringe and give you all to you at once? It's like he needs all 6 of these.
I would
Why?
pass out. I would probably pass out. Listen, the tetanus shot hurt 3 days after.
Yeah,
It
that
felt
one does hurt.
it felt like I had a hole in my arm.
I had to do one of those when I worked for childcare. They give you a tetanus shot.
Viste? Okay, this is serious, bro. This ain't GERD, okay?
No.
This ain't GERD, bro.
Very true.
Okay, this is real. This ain't made up. So I had to go back for more, and not only that, like I said, for the amount of money I paid, it's like going to South Africa with an empty seat I paid for. Okay, that's for my vaccines. Mira ahí, buckle them up, buckle them up.
But that's why we're going to use those vaccines next year on our next trip. We're going to go somewhere where we're going to use our yellow fever and our typhoid vaccine.
That's right.
There you
I
go.
got typhoid in me. I'm going to typhoid.
Go somewhere that they have yellow fever.
Yes, that's the plan.
Yeah, no, she said that. She goes, "Where do you want to go next year?" I want to go to somewhere dangerous because I am immune.
To yellow fever.
Yeah, wherever I can get yellow fever. Where is that?
Nice.
China.
And we're going to be like, who's got typhoid fever? Cough on me.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Cough on me. No me molesta. Yellow fever. Dale, vente. Abrázame. Lick my face. No importa. I'm ready to go. But that's, by then it was too late, right? Because you all in.
Yeah, he wanted out.
I did. I started researching. I'm like, why don't we go to, somewhere safe? Somewhere non-vaccine.
This was after he paid for the plane tickets.
Like New Zealand. And I looked at New Zealand, and all they required was like, just take vitamins. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Just come visit. And I'm like, why did we pick South Africa again? And she was like, because you wanted to go swimming with great whites. And I was like,
Thank you.
Dios mío.
Yeah, but you didn't need vaccines to go swimming with the great whites.
Yes, we did because we were going to their neighborhood, so we needed the vaccines to go.
How do you think I was going to swim from here to there
But you're
and
in
never
the
set
water.
foot on the
Nadie
land?
se te pega in the agua de man.
Okay, and
You're
then
good to go.
from there, what? Swim all the way back?
They're
So I
not
don't
going to
have
let us into the country.
There you go.
your mind is a beautiful thing. It's very simple,
Awesome.
Jose.
Very.
That
It's
GERD
common
GERD
sense.
has worked wonders on your
Yep.
mind.
It's that and the missing one kidney.
Not only that, but we also have to take the malaria prophylaxis.
What?
Yeah,
Wait.
Did you
what,
say
what?
prophylactic?
prophylaxis.
What does that mean? I know malaria is a disease. What's the second word?
Oh, prophylaxis is like taking something in advance to prevent it.
That is not what that sounded like.
Prophylaxis.
Yeah, that sounded something. That right? That sounded.
Yeah. To me, it sounded.
That sounded
something
like
different.
like how you take the medicine.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Like you were gonna say, okay,
You don't take it in the mouth.
no, you take it prophylactic.
You take it prophylactically.
Hold it in.
Just try to breathe. Just try to breathe.
So, hopefully we don't get bit by mosquitoes that carry malaria.
Oh God.
But if we do, we're covered because we have to start taking medicine 2 days before we get to South Africa. Every day that we're in South Africa, and then 7 days after the trip, we still have to take medicine.
Why 7 days after? In case we bring mosquitoes back
just
with
in
us?
case, yes. Just in case that right before we got on the plane, a mosquito bit us.
But we still got mosquito repellent.
We got hefty duty mosquito repellent.
By the way, as we're talking, I'm scratching my leg. I swear to God, I'm itching. I'm itching already.
I couldn't. I'd be freaking out with the mosquitoes. You could send a lion after me, but mosquitoes, I'd be like, that's it. I got malaria.
But see, I don't want to know any of this because now I'm going to be dressed in like long sleeve shirts,
Yeah.
long like pants, socks over the pants, like like we did in the snow.
Yes.
I'm going to be wearing gloves. I'm going to wear a hat with a net.
Like a beekeeper.
Yep. Tucked into my shirt.
Yep.
I'm going to be freaking out. I
And
mean,
duct tape your wrists to your
Yeah,
gloves
yeah.
so nothing can get in.
yeah, they're going to look at me and they're going to be like, "Well, he's a tourist." Yeah. De Puerto Rico.
We wanted to go to South Africa.
Pa' que aprenda. And that's el podcast, the Eli Castro Show. I am Eli Castro.
I'm Emeline Ramos.
And I'm Jose Rodriguez.
Reminding you to always laugh because life is so much better when you're laughing. For more information on me and my shows, go to elicastro.com. Also, you can find me on Facebook at Eli Castro Live or Instagram, Elizardi. Jose, you're on Instagram.
I am at Jose A-Rod, and Twitter is also at Jose A-Rod, and Facebook at Jose A-Rod 72.
And Emmeline's private, so don't worry about it. That's enough. So our next podcast from South Africa. Nos vemos, mi gente.
Bye.
Bye.